There are two things you should know about Zaccheus. Zaccheus was a little man, and Zaccheus was a rich man, and nobody liked him very much. Okay, that's three things. But nobody liked Zaccheus, mostly because he got his riches by taking money from other people and giving it to the Romans. So Zaccheus was a very rich man, and Zaccheus was a little man without a lot of friends. One day, one bright and sunny day, Zaccheus looked down the dirt road that came into Jericho, and he saw a crowd of people coming his way. Back then, everybody was talking about a guy named Jesus. Everywhere Jesus went, people who were sick got better. People who couldn't walk could walk again. People who were blind could see again. Jesus was a pretty amazing guy, and everybody wanted to see just who this Jesus guy was, including Zaccheus. The only trouble was, everywhere Jesus went, there was always crowds of people all around him. And remember, Zaccheus was a little man. He knew that he'd never be able to see over a great crowd of people. Zaccheus ran up to the edge of the crowd and stood on his tiptoes to see what the big deal was. But all he could see were the backs of people's heads. He tried jumping up and down. He bounced from one side and then to the other, but still he couldn't see. And then, on one lucky bounce, he saw the man at the center of the crowd. It was Jesus! Oh, Zaccheus tried to push his way through the crowd, but everyone wanted to see Jesus, and they wouldn't let him through. What could he do? He wanted to see Jesus too. Then, Zaccheus turned around and saw a sycamore tree growing right beside the road Jesus was walking along. He ran on ahead and climbed up the sycamore tree. He didn't care if he looked silly or not. He wanted to see Jesus. Sure enough, Jesus stopped right under the sycamore tree. He looked up, and there was Zaccheus peeking through the branches. Zaccheus, Jesus said to him, hurry down from there. I must stay at your house today. Zaccheus! How does he know my name? Zaccheus thought to himself. But he does. He knows my name, and he wants to come and stay at my house. Zaccheus flew down the tree quicker than you could say, Zaccheus, Zaccheus, sitting in a tree. When his feet hit the ground, he was so happy he nearly did a little dance. But that's just what Jesus does to people. So, Jesus laughed and slapped his arm around Zaccheus' shoulder, and together they started off towards Zaccheus' house. But the people in the crowd were not so happy. They had spent all day in the hot sun following Jesus, and now he was going to stay at the house of Zaccheus, a rich, cheating tax collector? They began to grumble about Jesus. This man is a sinner, one woman said. He cheats and steals from our own people, another one said. He isn't good enough for Jesus. No, he shouldn't go to his house. Zaccheus heard what the people were saying about him, and he must have known that they were right. So he said, listen, I will give half of everything I have to the poor. And if I cheated anyone, I will pay them back 4 times as much. Jesus was going to be a guest at his house, and so he had to clean things up. It was just what Zaccheus did. Jesus made him so happy. And Jesus said to Zaccheus, today salvation has come to this house. Your life was all wrong, but now it is all right. You were lost, but now you have been saved. That is why I am here. Jesus said, I came to find and save the lost.